Time. Well, hello, hello, hello. It is Friday, 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 Friday. Got a guest today, got a guest today. Trish the Natural. Her channel's pinned up at the top. Trish the Natural gonna be here.
Trish the
I do this all the
Natural.
time.
Her channel's pinned up.
Oh, do this all the time with the phone. Forget to turn it down. That's me. What would it be if I didn't do that all the time? But yeah, I'm here this morning. I'm waiting for Trish the Natural, waiting for everybody to come in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. And we're going, hey, Yansu, Yansu. I'm telling you, I know you've been singing. Hey, D. Oh my goodness, you just popped right in. I see Heather had a live, but I couldn't catch it, D. How is the garden going? How is it doing? Yeah, we're going to be talking about single life. We're going to be talking about dating. We're going to be talking about marriage at a certain age. It's going to be a little bit different because it's coming from a married woman point of view with a single woman, and usually the host is married. I'm going to say single. So this is going to be a little bit different. I know I can talk a lot about single life, and I can talk just very little about dating because it's been forever since I dated. I don't even know how to date in world. Even. What do they do? Do they date? Or do you go and, the third base, right on the first date? I wonder. Everything's changed, y'all. Everything changed. So I don't know. Dee talking about her garden is nearly finished. Just rhubarb and silver beets. Okay, okay. I need, you know what? I thought about that this morning, but I just don't want to deal with the bugs. I don't know. I think I'm just going to try it and see. I think I'm gonna try growing peppers again, like the bell peppers, because seemed like those was easy. And I got the seeds. Yeah, I got the seeds right in the refrigerator and dry them out. I'm gonna try that. I am going to try that. But first, I wanted to wait a couple of minutes before I start thanking people. But like I said earlier, I'm waiting on Trish the Natural. And like I say, this is kind of like a different perspective because normally the host is single and I'm married when you're talking about this. But I do have a single person that, also will be on the show to help me out because I don't know about the dating part, but it's just, so we're just gonna see how it go. My sister say, girl, people don't date no more. With social media, they try to get in bed so quick nowadays. And that's what I'm saying. I think they just basically go to, I'm not gonna say everybody, but hey Jamie, I should have had you up here. How you doing today? Oh, you would have been the perfect person, but I know you wasn't feeling good. I knew that. So welcome in and welcome. And Yansu is here sticking with me. He came right soon as I came on. I'm still waiting for Trish, the natural. And I hope I know I sent her the link and I, said if it didn't work, then she probably getting cute, y'all. That's what she doing. She getting cute, cute. Jamie, how you feeling? How you feel? Jamie, I know you could type a little bit. Tell me about do people date anymore? Do you go out for dinner? Do you go out for lunch? Go for coffee, tea? Uh what? Do you go back to the person's house or do you go to a hotel? It's just so much different now. So much different. Hey, Bud Files, how you doing this morning? I'm waiting for my co-host for a little bit, and I know she's definitely coming because let me make sure. Let me go over to Instagram for a quick minute. Okay, gotcha. And let me get back over here. She's on her way. And we're gonna have a good time today. When Trish get here, we're gonna have a good time today. Up there, Jamie, you know, I'm gonna call you too. Hey, OG Brand. Hey, how you doing? OG Brand, do people date? Do people date? I want to know that. And Trish, we gonna get, but first, the first one we gonna talk about being single. Soon as she get here, we gonna talk about that. And I hope we be able to get through all three today. And I just think it'll be a good subject. I don't know how I thought about that, but why not? You know, I definitely can talk about long-term marriages. Now that I can talk about. That I can talk about. I can even talk about, older marriages, because a lot of people be married 30 years and they end in divorce. And they call those gray divorces. And we have a lot of gray divorces. Trish trying to sign on her MacBook is what she's doing. I think this is the first time she tried. Hey, Deb, I'm waiting for Trish. She's just trying to sign on her MacBook. And yeah. But another thing I want to do, I want to thank everybody for being here, because I always say you don't have to be. There's so many other lives. And I want to thank the people that I never thank that come to the replays. A lot of people do replays on my lives, and I'm so amazed and I'm so grateful for that. Okay. And another thing, too, since Trish isn't here right yet, I want to talk about something I talked about on Wednesday. And the question I gave them was, oh Lord, she dancing, girl. Wind it up.
So I'm on. Okay.
Oh, and it's so pretty too.
Thank you.
On that new MacBook. Girl, we ready for this. But
Okay.
before we get started, y'all, Wednesday I had asked
Mm,
if you could have your dream job and you didn't have to worry about money, you could go wherever you wanted to go. And I asked people what that would be. And
mm,
Lydia, because Lydia can't be here. She's Lydia Life TV. She
mm,
can't be here, but she always watch my replays.
mhm.
And Lydia's what she said was, all right, phone turn. She said that her dream job would be to travel around the country, host an empowerment workshop for women. Women would come to a weekend retreat where they would be a host of speakers of different topics, maybe a yoga class, a big dinner, a banquet to wrap up the event. That sounds stressful, Lydia. And like she's saying there would be vendors so that you could shop skincare, health products, clothing, jewelry. Huh. Oh, and then she said we'll have a quaint bed and breakfast there at the retreat, is what
That
she
sounds wonderful.
love to do. But
That sounds wonderful
that sound wonderful.
because it would
Uh-huh.
be fulfilling too, right? She'll be traveling, but she'll be doing something that's inspirational to women. So that
Uh-huh.
sounds great.
Okay, all right. Maybe I'm just getting up there. I want to do as least as possible. That's as least as possible. I'm trying to get back where I was. Let's see. Oh, something in my cash app.
How do I get to see like the chat, the comments?
Oh, on the it should be on your
Oh, wait a minute. Let me go over here.
yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, girl. See that? It's right there. You miss professional and don't even know it. Some people came in too. I know Stormy Day. Hey, Aaron. How you doing? Trying to go back up here. Crafty Leo. She came in. Hey, Crafty Leo. How that baby? How is that baby?
Hey, Crafty.
And we also talked about, and you weren't on here, about being a surrogate. Would you be a surrogate or been a surrogate when you was younger? Would you have tried that? You
No,
think?
no.
And why the answer no?
I think I would have been attached
Mm-hmm.
to the child. That would
Yeah.
have been really, really hard for me to,
Yeah.
let that child go. So
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
me. I couldn't have done that.
Oh, that's what I said. I said I know that they say they take, the semen and the egg from the other people and put it in, but some kind of way.
You feeling that baby
Yeah, and
in
it's
you
under your
kicking and
heart.
mm-mm.
It's right there. And what bought it was Khloe Kardashian, because she had a surrogate, and she said it was so hard for her to bond in with that child.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And at least she spoke out, because I know that had to happen to people.
Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
she and Kim use
Mhm.
surrogates
Yeah,
for.
Kim said she didn't have a hard time,
Mm-hmm.
but Chloe said she had a hard time. She says the difference of the baby growing in your belly and then it's under
Mm-hmm.
your heart and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
But she said, that is still hard for her. Pure Rana, I don't think I said hello to you. How you doing? Aaron says he's getting ready for the weekend, go hunt and camping.
Okay.
Abdul, hey, hi, my friend. It's late at night over there, Indonesia. But you know what, y'all? We're gonna get right into this because I know I'm gonna have people coming for the replay. A lot of people come for replay, so we gotta get this started. I can't
We
wait.
got to get on topic.
We got to get on topic, girl. But again, I like y'all to thank all of y'all for being here and all the people that come for replay. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, she was saying, she's
Hey,
still talking
B.
about the baby. She was saying many court cases, I bet, with failing to give up that was years ago. D, they don't have a problem now. They had that paperwork. It
Yeah.
they don't have to. It happened years and years ago, but they probably used her egg, not the woman's egg, and then just the man's semen, and it had no parts of the mom. Now, see, that would be harder, I think, for me if they didn't use my egg,
Yeah.
and then they just use the semen, and then use somebody's eggs, and then the mom. That's not definitely not a part of you, so that would be hard. And I think just being moms, we probably, I don't know how a single
Yeah.
woman would think. I think just
Hey,
because.
Stormy Day.
Oh yeah, that's
Hi,
Aaron. He's
D. Annette.
Yeah,
Hi,
and that's
everybody
my
who I didn't
sister
speak to
girl.
yet. I
Yeah.
know.
Oh, girl, I didn't have kids. Lord knows if I didn't go through that for me, I wouldn't do it for nobody else.
It is something to go through.
Yeah. she only had one, so she had to.
Honey, and he did not want to come out. So he didn't want to come
He
out.
didn't want to come out, but
No.
he finally came out, and they had
He
to take
finally came out 8
him.
pounds, 11 ounces.
Ooh, my first was 8'4". I had a big baby, and then I get huge when I get pregnant.
Me too.
My second baby, the doctor say, "Baby, this baby ain't gonna be that big as the first one." I say, "Well, where all this weight go?" He said, "I don't know." He said, and he came out 7 pounds too. He was,
Wow.
he said, "I don't know, but this baby ain't gonna be bigger." Okay, we're gonna get on this single thing, girl. I got
Okay.
so many. I even called my sister. I called some other people. Get some, because like I say, this is a little different because most of the time the host is single when they talk. So I need some, single, especially about the dating part, because I don't know nothing about no date. And then we're gonna get on the end by being married later in life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I asked my sister what it was like to be single. She
Mm-hmm.
said she loves it. Nobody bothering her. She can do what she wants. She said long time ago she wanted to get married,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just to help with the bills. She said, "Yeah, she missed the touch, because you always need, the human touch." So
Yeah.
say she depends on the hugs from her friends and family,
Okay.
with it. But she says she definitely do not want to get married now. She's like 50 something. So
Mhm.
she said definitely she don't want to get married. But I notice women that never been married before,
Mhm.
sometimes I think they romanticize it a lot. And I'm
Mhm.
just thinking that they just love the idea of being married to be married, because marriage is a lot. You know what I mean? It's like, but anyway, let's get back to saying I'm jumping ahead now. I'm
Okay.
jumping ahead. Okay. So what is it like being single for you? And you don't have to go in depth. You can just,
Mhm.
as far as you want. Mm-hmm.
Some of the things that your sister mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to answer to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You do what you want when you want.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a different type of independence. Even when you just have a boyfriend, you kind of still checking with each other about, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what's up for tonight?
Mm-hmm.
You want to get something to eat. And I mean, and that's a boyfriend, and a
Mm-hmm.
husband is much, much more.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's just you, it's a
Mhm,
little kind of footloose, fancy free. You can do what you want to
mhm,
do.
mhm.
And right now, I'm kind of enjoying that
Okay. Oh,
because I'm kind of focusing on me.
oh.
And you know, kids being married and all that stuff,
Mhm,
how women are, having to deal with all that because we
mhm.
usually do, take care of our family, look out for our family first.
Okay.
And now it's just me, and I can focus on me and do some of the things that I want to do. And
Uh-huh.
some of my goals I want to achieve.
Mhm,
So right now, I mean, I'm fine with it.
mhm,
Uh, you do, think about, that companionship. Sometimes having that, special someone
mhm,
to cuddle
mhm,
with and stuff. You do think about that, sometimes, but not so
mhm,
much.
mhm.
I'm good right now.
Good.
Yeah, I'm good right now.
Stormy Aaron said I was 9 pounds 11 ounces. The heaviest
Ooh,
of 9 children and youngest. Your poor mama.
ooh.
Your poor mama. I
At
hope
the
you look.
end, at the end, you gave her
No.
that.
Oh my God, he was huge.
That might have been why you were the youngest and the last.
I know. 9. Oh my God. I can only imagine. Yep, my sister was saying, yep, it's much more than wedding books. Yeah, we ain't to the marriage part yet, girl. I jumped ahead too much there.
Yeah, the dating.
Trying to just go down this little chat.
Yeah, I'm
My
looking
sister, footloose and fancy free. She said, yep, I do think about companionship sometimes. Yeah, because that's in us.
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that
Mhm.
human touch is just something.
Mhm.
Now, oh, you said something too that God, what did you say exactly about a boyfriend? A husband is more something you said than the boyfriend.
It involves more to me, than a boyfriend. Because that commitment, one, right? Your husband is different, and then you're living together. So you're there in the house together, and you want to cook for them. And with a boyfriend, I know with my relationships, I wasn't living with a boyfriend,
Mhm,
so I only had to, have that kind of commitment
mhm,
where you cooking and doing all that stuff,
mhm.
preparing and making sure everything right was for a husband.
Okay, so you wouldn't do
But
that.
I know a lot of people live, with
Yeah,
their boyfriend.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's
yeah.
why I say people come from different angles.
Hmm.
But sometimes before you're married, I'm thinking you make a commitment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of
Hmm.
committed to one person. I can kind of see, you first start dating. Well, I'm not even to
Hmm.
the dating part. Let me back up, y'all. Okay, now for being single too, a lot of women are single because they have less of pics of men. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Their age,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of men are looking for younger women,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes older women are looking for younger men.
Not me.
You
Mm-mm.
say, no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but I think the pool is because when you look at it, most men are like 10 years older than, their wives. A lot of, the same age or vice versa, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Um,
Within a few years, sometimes either older, younger, and I find that both ways. The
mhm.
man maybe being,
Yes,
a
what I'm
little
saying.
old. Sometimes the
Yeah,
women. I've seen
yeah,
more and more of that. It could be
yeah,
either way, right?
yeah. And I said, 5 years, but I said when you start getting to the 10-year point, it's a different
Mm-hmm.
generational thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get back on that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and as you get older too, they have a lot more baggage.
Oh yeah, yeah, because they might, have children or
Hmm.
yeah, they might have children,
Hmm.
financial responsibilities, you know, that's
Hmm.
over and above,
Hmm.
what
Yeah.
you might be willing to deal with.
Hmm.
And then, with you might not be on the same page as
Hmm.
far as, your goals,
Yeah.
because, I think we have different goals, as we mature.
Hmm.
We have different goals and things, because they say if you did get married, at a younger age, and
Hmm.
you focused on your family, getting your kids raised in college, and then once you get your kids out the house, then it's back focused on you, right? And
Hmm.
then you might have certain goals for yourself. You
Yeah.
might want to be an entrepreneur. You
Hmm.
might want to, grow in that aspect. But say if you, and say if you end up single, right? And then you
Hmm.
have a new partner or companion,
Hmm.
a boyfriend or a girlfriend,
Hmm.
and they're not, as ambitious as you or goal driven as
Hmm.
so you have to deal with those sorts of things too.
Hmm.
And you have to think about what you want, out of a relationship. Do you want somebody just there, or do you want somebody that wants to grow with
With
you,
you.
so
Yeah, with you. Because if they're divorced, because we know one out of every two marriages end in divorce. Okay,
mhm,
because I know my young marriage didn't make it,
mhm,
so I was
mhm,
that one. And I know my sister-in-law, she didn't make it, when we got married, like almost, and most of everybody, the friends that got married, we
mhm,
all got divorces. I bet you ain't none of us still married to, because we was babies.
mhm,
We were babies. And
mhm,
the dating, even though we dated so young,
mhm,
we thought, because we were in a different stage at that time, because I had to be 2021 when I got married.
mhm.
So, and we didn't date that long. I doubt if it was a year. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But
So
we thought we were grown back then. We
I
thought we
know
knew
we did.
everything,
We did. Let's see. Reszapiria. Hello, hello. You know who I'm talking about. I can't pronounce it.
I
And
see.
then, yeah, and then my sister said, I agree, goal driven and grow with you.
Yes.
Yep, yep, yep. And then if they're divorced, then an ex involved too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had
They
that
need to have that situation under control.
under control. Because once you walk in,
Mhm.
you really don't know what the dynamics is. So
But you find out.
yeah, and you
Yeah.
have to watch. You have to watch. And I really watched my husband without really getting into it. I watched him change.
Mhm.
As he gradually changed with it, and then he bam changed with it. So
Mhm.
that's another thing. Looking for those little red flags. Hey, Pete, welcome in.
Hey,
Welcome
Pete.
in. draw my little line so I don't forget where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then they have children,
Mm-hmm.
so they're either grown or they have little ones. So then money's going going for child support, or he may be even paying for half the house or whatever.
And then my allergy,
Go ahead.
I got an allergy or something going on.
Mm-hmm.
But and then they could have grown children that aren't independent as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
That's
that's something.
That's true. Now, I don't have
Yeah.
that problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
even my kids are very, they're independent. There's
Mm-hmm.
no dependency here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even if I was single, uh, they won't be dependent because I raised men, and
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing I can say. Um, oh, and you know what? Because I think a lot of time when you're older, you're single, um, and you might be thinking about marriage to them or something, and they
Mm-hmm.
could. This is one thing too. I noticed dating and everything will get intertangled. Is you'll think he have some money. He could be heavily in debt. He using all the
Mm-hmm.
credit cards. I know somebody it happened to while they was dating, and come
Mm-hmm.
to out, I don't know if my sister remember, but come to find out that he was just doing it on credit cards. So they was heavy in debt when they did end up getting married.
Wow.
So that's why I say you just never know what the person motive is either. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
That's true.
yeah. And then
Hmm.
and older also to me means sometimes you're more established,
Mm-hmm.
monetary, and like your home and everything, and then
Right.
you're looking because you're single, but you're looking because say if you work every day and he don't, he hit here and there and everywhere. Because I know when I was single, a friend of mine, she was telling me about this guy, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I just asked a simple question: do he have a car? She told me, you always do we?
That's like kind of important.
Yeah, do we have a car? I'm like, that was before I met my husband now, but I'm like, do we have a car? Do we have anything? Because a lot of times, because by that time I had my home and my
Mm-hmm.
children, because you can't just, and it wasn't about the children, but you can't just let somebody come in if they're not working, they ain't got no vehicle, they ain't.
Right. Because whose car they gonna drive?
I know. I know.
Mhm.
Yours.
Hmm.
And nobody ever drove my car. My husband, we were together about 10, 11 years before we got married.
Mm-hmm.
And he might have drove it one time, but nobody
Mm-hmm.
ever drove my car. Ever, ever, ever. And then another way being set in your ways and not willing to compromise.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and that's what I say. I think from going from single to marriage, that's when it comes in.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely in
Yeah.
marriage. And
Yeah.
then, you're living together and
Hmm.
you got your little ways or quirks about yourself and then
Hmm.
they have theirs, hopefully it's not nothing too overbearing or weird that you can't deal with.
My
So
sister talking about no one drove my car either. And he better have a place to stay and lay his head. But sometimes some people come and girl, they be ready to move right in because they
oh
ain't
yeah.
got, and you
If
won't be
you
able to
allow it.
you
If
won't be able
you
to get him
allow it.
out.
Yeah.
Because in our state, I don't know if this in your state, if somebody
Hmm.
stays in your home and they start getting mail and stuff in, you have to evict them.
I don't know. I don't know. I think
Girl,
I heard that, but I'm not
you
sure.
have to evict them here.
Lord,
You can't just toss them out your house. Y'all better
I'm
be
not
careful.
trying to
Y'all
do that
even
anyway.
if you let family come in and stay,
Hmm.
um, you have to evict them. One of my sister even showed me one lady,
Hmm.
her daughter wouldn't move out. And she was giving her a fit. So she went down inside and got eviction papers and she was crying. because her daughter wouldn't leave. I'd probably be in somebody's jail, y'all. That's why I couldn't let nobody come here and stay. And you think you ain't gonna leave? I listen to my sister. Criteria: car,
Car,
job,
child,
and your own place to stay.
and
And
no
no
major
major
drama. That is key. No major drama.
drama. And that's why I say a lot of men that you meet is going to be divorced. And you know what?
Mhm.
Another criteria for me was too, because I was divorced one time. I wasn't going to, and I wanted to find a man if he was divorced only once. I
Yeah.
ain't want no man with two, three. I wasn't. If you've been divorced twice, this is just me, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't want you. I ain't want to be the third wife.
Right.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I agree. Because
Mm-mm.
you got to think, okay, what's the problem, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's going on?
Uh,
You going through all these folks.
and and it's vice versa. It could be a man or a woman,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah, it go both
Yeah,
ways.
it goes
Definitely.
both ways. Um, Another
Okay.
thing too is oh, I like this Miss T with the T. In fact, she got today, she talking about
Mm-hmm.
does sex get better with age? That's what I know they really over there talk. I know we ain't gonna talk about this minute, we're gonna talk about marriage. But they got that over there today. But what oh shoot, I don't lost my spot. Um oh yeah. Want A lot of times they want him or her to change. Okay, even in the
Mm-hmm.
dating aspect, they
Mm-hmm.
want, say if they met you, I always go with the dressing because that was me. You got
Mm-hmm.
short skirts, you got the makeup. I ain't really have, but I dress sexy. Okay, that
Okay.
all my life. So when
Mm-hmm.
my husband met me, that's how it was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
the makeup and everything. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, okay, OG, I see you. And a lot of times when they get married, they want to change you. They'll say you don't need the makeup no more.
Mm-hmm.
The short dresses, it's like you don't need to do. You got me. I've heard younger men say that. I've been on a talk show recently. You got me now.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you think about that?
I would not change who I am
Mm-hmm.
and how I dress for anybody. And I like to dress,
Mm-hmm.
sexy a little bit,
Yeah.
and but I have never had anybody to say, hey, can you change how you dress.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now I might have got the them jeans kind of tight, or some a
Mm-hmm.
little comment, but
Mm-hmm.
never to the point
Mm-hmm.
where they were trying to change who I was, as far
Mm-hmm.
as from what the
Yeah.
person that they met.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
I
G.
wouldn't do it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't
OG, we
do it
gonna
for
calm it
anybody.
down a little bit, okay? Got me? You got me.
What
Okay.
is it?
I'm not putting it up there, but he was like saying the next time I get married, me or woman got to be on a dog leash so she won't go nowhere. We're gonna be together forever. Lord
I
have
see what
mercy.
he got.
I
Mm-hmm.
know down there. Okay, OG.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
calm it down in the chat a little bit, okay? But yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
then like Miss T with the T, because we talked about the lingerie
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and that's what they were chatting about. Because I guess she was thinking about doing the all fans thing where women are making a lot of money. So they said at first they asked her, was she single? And she said, yeah. And they said, well, if you had a man to come along, would you change it up? And she was saying, I'm a little bit. And then, my thing is he met you that way. He knew you was doing the lingerie and stuff, you know? So, and
Hmm.
then one of the guys said, well, then I know if that's your way of making money, then I will pay you, I guess, whatever she was earning. But
Mm-hmm.
what if they break up?
My thing would be like maybe at when they initially meet and get together,
Mm-hmm.
they need to have that conversation,
Oh.
right? If he has a problem with that, and say maybe they get together and they feel they kind of vibing,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to move forward, maybe make a commitment, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe if he share with her, you my lady, and
Mm-hmm.
I really care about you, and I don't want you out there like that. you
Mm-hmm.
know I want that for me. It depends on how they put it, right? Because I could respect that. I
I
could
can.
respect that if
Yeah.
I'm single and hey, I'm
Mhm.
out here, but if I'm committed to somebody and that's something
Mhm.
that they really not into. Now, if my heart in it, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna
Mhm.
always do this. Okay, maybe y'all shouldn't be together. But
Mhm.
if
Mhm.
he if you doing it just it's something to do, your heart ain't in, you ain't gotta do it. You might
Mhm.
consider, okay,
Mhm.
I can let that go for us. I mean, it just depends
Mhm.
on where you are with wanting to do your thing, dress how you want to dress, or like display lingerie, or I
Mhm.
mean, with any relationship, it's a compromise. But I think it's something you discuss early on. You can't
Mhm.
get deep in a relationship. I ain't never like you were blah
Hey,
blah blah.
April.
No,
Uh-huh.
talk about it up front
Yeah. Yeah.
before you really get into the relationship and saying,
Mhm.
okay, I'm gonna be with you, we're gonna be exclusive and all
Mhm.
that.
Okay.
That's just how I feel
Yeah, yeah, but I think the only thing to me, if that's all your income that you're getting, and
yeah,
that's
I
how you
mean, that's something to be
yeah,
considered if that's your income.
and then if you break up, all your subscribers gone, all your everything gone. And you old on top.
Hey, people do that all the time. Get married and divorce, okay?
Said if you want to go to the next level, gotta have that uncomfortable conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hi, April.
Hey April, how you doing, Miss April Showers? Yeah, I don't know. That was I don't know.
I know
The
that's like
dressing and the
that's probably
makeup.
like a
Yeah,
relationship by relationship, like you say,
yeah.
case by case, depending on the factors. Is she like really dependent on that for her money? It depends.
Mm.
Like right now, what I do on here, I'm not dependent on it for
Yeah,
money.
yeah. But
So
I'm just saying, um, I guess it would be like the job you have, and he said, okay, I don't want you to work. I'll take care of you.
mm,
Mm.
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 I don't know if I could do that because
Oh,
I've always been independent.
mm-hmm.
So just to not make my own money at all,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. It might be fun though. I mean,
It'll be fun at that moment.
yeah,
But if y'all end up, remember, one out of every two
yeah.
relationships break up. So,
Just a lot of women take that chance all the time.
oh, I know that. I know
Yeah, and then
that. I do
it
know that.
it
But I
it
don't know. It gets, I think, a little bit more scary as you get older because then if you kicked out the door, then you got to start all over again. It's just, it's just a.
well, it depends on when you go into it. If you go in it, as an older uh
Mhm,
female,
mhm,
I would hope you would have kind of got yourself in an okay position. In the
mhm,
first, you should, have some savings or investments of some kind.
mhm.
So,
Okay. Okay, okay. Let's see what my sister said up front before you get deep in the relationship. Us women get clingy.
it's always real good in the beginning.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, we
Ooh,
all
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And just think I had 10 years of it. 10,
Yeah.
11 years of it, girl. So, and that's another thing too, when you're older, especially if you want to get married, say if they're
Mhm.
older, because I have a friend and well, she's 60 now and she's
Mhm.
never been married, but she wants to get married.
Mhm.
Um, it's just, then you date them a short span of time and then you don't have the 10 years, I guess. Well, a lot of people wouldn't wait 10 years,
Let me
so
see. My cousins, they dated for 6 months and they've
okay,
been
that's what I'm
together.
saying. It
Oh
it just
wow, at
I
least
know.
probably 40 years.
Yeah, they just looked up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because we were everybody like it was only 6 months, right?
And what they say, we
Yeah,
still,
we
we
still
still.
together.
Oh, my sister said that maybe older, just sell feet pictures. She trying to be funny, talking about because your body ain't right, so do feet pictures. That's what it seems like.
Nothing, they body not right either.
Look at
Mm-mm.
just she talking about on they say people got them strange fetishes that they about them feet and stuff. So I don't know if that's what she means, selling your feet pictures. I don't know what you
Um,
mean, Eddie Mae. I have no idea what you mean. Um, my sister said I'm independent. You always. My mom raised us that way though, to be independent. You being kept, girl. They own you. They own you. Kind of. You have. She must not be on break. You must be working. You can. I'm
um,
independent, girl. They own you. Kind of. You have to get money from them. Yeah, I remember Farrah Fawcett saying that she was always gonna own her own money. She was always have her own money.
yeah.
She said she wasn't gonna go ask, "Can I have?"
And
And
nothing's promised,
mhm,
nothing's promised. You go into a relationship, be all lovey dovey and
mhm.
stuff, and it might work, it might not, but you gotta be smart, and you don't. And trust me, you don't get there until you get older. Because when
Mhm.
you young, sometimes you be like, you don't be thinking about, the future, what if, what you
I
really
know,
don't.
I know, I know.
But you live and you learn. You live and you
Mhm,
learn. I
mhm,
tell you, like
mhm,
the Trish, you
mhm.
know, 30 years
I
ago
know
is
it's not
not
the
the
and
Trish
and
today.
you know what, and that's another thing. Even though I said we gonna still get back on marriages,
Mm-hmm.
what I met my husband at 30 something. What I am today, I'm not what I was then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he's not, all you going through those changes, through
Right.
those seasons, through marriage.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're never, and that's why I think people don't get. But I can tell you one thing: you can't change nobody.
Mm-hmm.
If you think you can change it, we're gonna get in the marriage part about that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever think you can change because that ain't gonna change. That's what the red flags go up for too. That's when even in that dating thing, you see it, So, and my sister said, I know an older couple. It was a few days and been married 50 years. You got to work hard on any relationship. I'm off my mind working faster. Oh, she working. That's what it is. Uh that's right. She is off talking about her mind working faster than her fingers. That's why she typing all wrong, is what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I know Miss T, when I was on there and they was talking, girl, I was typing, typing, typing. So yeah, I think that's about that being single. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about the dating. I don't know nothing about no dating. I couldn't even come up with a lot of notes on dating.
Mm-hmm.
Do people date now? And remember that, y'all, this is from Trish. Trish saying this ain't everybody. So if anybody want to talk about it in the chat, you're welcome to.
Well, as far as me, since I, had divorced,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't date a whole lot
Okay.
because again, I was older, and I
Yeah.
was cautious. And you talk to your girlfriends that really out there and date, and you hear all those horror stories. So I was like, I ain't dealing with all
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
But I did, date a little bit, and like we talked about, it's different than when you were young. When you
Mhm.
were young, you looking at, oh wow, he handsome, he cute, oh, he tall, you know,
Yeah.
all that, you looking at those things, and then but when you older, it's like the things that your sister mentioned. Okay, got a car, you got a job, is he
Yeah. You
independent?
start thinking, because I know when I got my first marriage
Hmm.
was getting out my mama house. That was
Hmm.
that ain't no, even though I seen it was tons of red flags. They were just
Yeah.
flashing.
Hmm.
Even the night before we got married, flashing, flashing. And my mama said, because it was a big wedding, over 400 people, she
Hmm.
said, baby, we could pack up this gown. We can, and she said, you won't hurt mama feelings a bit. Lord, I wished I would have listened to my mama.
Yeah.
Now,
We don't always listen.
yeah, second relationship, and I'm just honest. A lot of people say let dogs lie, but I
Mhm.
mean, sometimes younger women do look, and maybe they can get a little bit out of it. Now, I'm gonna say with my second son's father, it was a booty call. That's
Mhm.
all it was. It was
Mhm.
no, I thought it. I would say infatuation. It wasn't really.
Mhm.
When I look back at it, it wasn't. It was just an infatuation
Mhm. Mhm.
um of that. But
Mhm.
it was a turning point in my life, a
Mhm.
major turning point. Even I met one man after him, and thank God I
Mhm.
turned that down. And I never forget, I didn't have sex with him that night. And that next morning I woke up and I just felt so good. I didn't make another
Right.
mistake.
Right.
And from that point on, and I always say I didn't have sex for 8 years. I didn't
And,
date.
and and I think as women, sometimes we have to be careful with that, because we are more emotional, and
Yeah,
then we give ourselves to somebody. It's like, okay, you kind of want to see, okay, how this go, because you don't want to be giving yourself to any and
I
every,
know
you know,
everybody.
and sometimes you feel some kind of way, like, okay, well, we didn't went that far, okay, and you kind of feel like you kind of in there, with that person, just because you've been
Mm-hmm.
intimate. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, be choosy,
Mm-hmm.
with
Yeah,
who you decide to you know be intimate with,
mm-hmm.
because sometimes that kind of makes us feel kind of
Yeah,
attached a little
yeah,
bit. I
yeah,
know, I'm kind of reserved
mm-hmm.
with myself, and
Yeah.
I'm not I am not looking. I feel like if something happens, it happens. If I find, somebody comes along
Mm-hmm.
and it feels right,
Mm-hmm.
well, I go with it, but I'm not
Yeah,
looking.
yeah.
But when I was dating, as an older female,
Mm-hmm.
I did have certain expectations.
Okay.
If there were certain things that I was more a stickler for than,
Mm-hmm.
when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that just comes with, lessons learned,
Mm-hmm.
just dealing with men. And I think it goes both ways. I think
Mhm,
men do too.
mhm.
Certain men have certain standards, but like you say, you do have to deal with the pool
Yeah,
being
small.
smaller, because we outnumber them anyway. Even when you're young, the women outnumber the men. So
Yeah,
it just gets when you get older, it gets
yeah.
really
And I think
small.
with being, and I'm just gonna cross over now, but I
Mhm.
think with being married a long time too, and as
Mhm.
you get older, women bodies, men do too, but women bodies really change.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I can only imagine in the dating pool.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you find if a guy's 10 years younger than us, I don't know how that works. I know it can work if you can take a hormone or something, but you know, but and it could be vice versa because some women are more, that way than the man is. So I
Yeah,
just wonder, but
I know a lot of people that
yeah,
dated younger men.
oh yeah, I know.
Uh, and some people it worked.
Yeah,
It works for them.
yeah.
I guess with that one, to each his own, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe the maturity of that person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but I
Mm-hmm.
that's just never been
Yeah,
me, you
yeah.
know.
The
But
only thing too is, and I remember Dr. Phil said this, because if you marry somebody like say just way older than you,
mm-hmm.
they seem the age acceleration, it accelerates faster after a
Oh,
certain age.
mm-hmm.
And then you look up and
Mm-hmm.
you like, woo, So
Well, we seen it in Hollywood,
yeah,
right? Some of those
Demi
women
Moore.
marrying guys like a lot younger,
Hmm.
Demi Moore,
Yeah,
Ashton
and
Kutcher,
look at them.
and
And that's what
mhm.
I say when we're, you know what, and I tell women when we're like, oh my God, I would say late 20s into our 30s, especially 35, we're just cute, we're beaming. I mean, that's when Ashton Kutcher, that's when he found her. You know
Yeah,
what
she
I mean?
was gorgeous. She's still gorgeous,
I
but
know, but that don't do nothing. That one thing I never say, it don't do nothing, nothing. Because I remember I told my son he was dating before
mhm,
he had got married and they were
mhm,
divorced. And
mhm,
cute, cute girl, cute personality, everything.
mhm, mhm.
And that's all he ever said. And I told him, I said, that cuteness gonna wear off. I said, think about a new car.
Yeah,
I said, and then you keep it for a couple of months. All of a sudden, all that new smell is gone. All you worry about is that car payment now. A whole different ball game.
yeah.
And they stayed together. They didn't stay together that long, you
Mhm,
know. And then
mhm.
he got, remarried to the one he has now. But that cuteness,
Yeah,
it don't do nothing.
because
So
we know it's been some beautiful women that
yeah.
have been married and divorced several times.
Uh-huh. I think I said
So,
hi to Pure Runners before. I think I
hi,
did.
peer runners.
Yeah. Now,
Who else?
one time people were saying, I know because I used to work with younger girls, and they'll say, I'll be talking about dates, and they'll be like, we don't go on no date. You don't go on a date. Y'all don't go out to eat. Y'all don't go to a movies. But I had a lot of young women say that.
Hmm.
Yep, a lot.
So how are they meeting people? And
They
I
just
mean,
go out, I guess, wherever they going, or maybe they go with friends and he not taking them out. I don't know, but I know quite a
hmm,
few of them. But they were fairly young too,
mm-hmm,
So a lot of people say it's old fashioned. The younger people. Even when young people talk about sex, sometimes it's like it's nothing. It's just I
mm-hmm,
can get it. It feels good, and
mm-hmm,
that's
mm-hmm.
what they
Yeah,
like.
some people are like that.
Mhm,
Uh, about they're a little more free and
mhm.
out there and doing their thing, and
Mhm.
it's it used to be thought of like men being more like that, but yes, women like that too. It is. I had some friends that was like that, like Nick.
What you say, Nick? Oh, thank goodness I went that way. Now that's one thing I could say. I wasn't, I was too busy with the kids too and working, so I didn't.
Hmm.
I didn't. But people have children. They still get out in them streets,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. So, do you think that marriage is as important as it used to be, or I, I'm thinking of this question to say it right. I guess, do you really need to be married now? Live together? Is it just that piece of paper? Um, because people live together for years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, what you think?
Just my opinion, as far as me,
Mm-hmm.
I if I found that one person that I really wanted to spend the rest of my life with, I
Mm-hmm.
want to be married.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my girlfriends, she was like, she never get married again. You know, so it's just on the individual. It
It
really is.
is. It is.
It
It
really
is.
is.
Because I
She
know.
like never again. I
Mhm.
did it once. I'm done. She's fine with a live-in
Mhm.
companion. For that special someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't feel that way.
Mhm.
I do. You know, if I find
Mhm.
that special someone that I want to, we say, okay, this is it. We're gonna be together.
Mhm.
I would like to be married.
I know I heard these guys, they were 30 something, and
Hmm.
they said that it's not like the old days where the man go out to work and the woman,
Hmm.
home and stuff. And we know that's changed years ago. Women had to learn to become independent. They say the good old days, but then wasn't the good old days. Women was getting beat on. Women was going through a lot at that time.
Yeah.
And when birth control came and
Hmm.
they found out they could work, then it changed.
Yeah.
But now I find out men are looking, they want to find somebody on the same level they are, but still, even if she work outside the home,
Hmm.
bring the money in,
Hmm.
she's still doing the same thing she would do sitting home. Because a lot of men don't help in the home with the cooking and stuff. Some men do. So if they
Yeah.
chat,
Yeah.
but
Some
he
do.
still, and then he still want to be like he's the head of the house, as they put, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing is, it's
Yeah.
just
They can discount that cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the kids and working too. That's a lot.
and bedtime. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
On
Taking care of
top of
them.
that.
Yeah.
And then they be wondering, talking about why you ain't smiling. You
Yeah.
tired.
Why you tired? Why
I know why you tired.
come in, get off work? Sometimes you gotta run to the grocery store and grab some stuff to cook
Yeah.
a full meal, take care of the dishes, get the kids the homework, all that. After you done worked all day.
And there are so many, they call them gray divorces.
Uh-huh.
Older people, I would say 50 and up.
Okay.
There are a lot of older divorces. A lot of people, they just never really liked each other. And they
Yeah,
just
and they stay together for
they
the kids.
stay together for the kids, or say the comfortability. Just you scared
Yeah.
to go out and
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. You can lose yourself, you know. You can lose yourself and just be existing,
Mhm,
you
mhm,
know.
mhm.
But hopefully
I
you
know.
wake up.
I know. And I'm so happy that, with my first marriage, that I was able to have enough sense just to walk away,
Hmm.
before it gets too many years go by. And
It's a
that's what I
lot of people that don't.
yeah, yeah.
It's a lot of people that don't.
Mhm.
They want to keep up their facade. You
Yeah.
know
Mhm.
that oh, they've been together so long. But it's might have been pure hell.
Mhm.
Hey, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
seen
telling you,
it.
I see it now. I see so many people unhappy. And and that's when I hear when older women say that they want to get married. I always say older women because men I don't, really talk to that much,
Mhm.
that they want to get married. And I think what worries me as you get older, I guess the woman's body's changing,
Mhm.
and also the men too. And I know that's something you're gonna talk about, before you do get married. So, people dying to get married and some dying to get out.
Yeah, because the men's body's changing too.
Oh yeah, girl. Me and my
And
talk about
among other things, losing things and losing hair and losing teeth. Hey, I'm like, okay, talking about the women, the
oh girl,
men changed
don't
too.
talk about the teeth now. You can't go. I'm sorry.
I
I'm sorry.
mean,
You gotta have your teeth, y'all. You gotta have your teeth. My sister said something too, how they meet on social media. So
yeah,
would you
yeah,
do
a lot.
online dating?
Mm-mm.
No, no online dating. I know a lot of people do that. And like my sister something say sometimes, I just don't, some people get married,
A lot of people, I've had quite a few people reach out
Hey
to me
Carol. Mm-hmm.
on, in like Facebook, Instagram. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
mm-mm.
And Carol down there, she got a younger man. She always talking about that 30
Oh,
something year old man. Yeah, girl, should have had
hey, girl.
Carol now. That's who we should have had up here too.
Uh-huh.
Carol.
Girl, come on up here.
Carol said, girl. She said, I am not getting my sister done left. Oh, she up there, her break is over. And
She probably got some good stories to tell.
oh yeah, she got some great stories to tell. She have you dying laughing.
I know.
Um, Another thing too, I found out that people, even with older people, say if you've been dating for a while
Hmm.
and you break up, go back together, break up, go back together. I say that's showing you right there that ain't workable, y'all.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
ain't workable. It's really not workable.
Hmm.
When you
No.
break up and go back together, that's already, showing the signs. And I can say the 10 years that we dated, we never broke up.
Okay, that's
We
good.
never lived together either.
Hmm.
We never lived together. And I remember one time I got mad with him. Every time I would get mad, I would go home. And then I came back. I said, I keep going home. Ain't no use of me doing that. I might as well just stay. That was a waste. So that's one thing I noticed. That's a red flag. And you, like I said before, you just don't know what they really want. That's what scares
No.
me too. You just don't know. And as it's older and says an older man, he could be sick and don't tell you.
Have issues.
Yeah, medical. You gotta ask them. Y'all ask them older men and younger men about the medical issues.
Yeah, yeah. Find those things out, and
Yeah.
then when people meeting initially, that's not some people
No.
always want to come forward with, as far as their health um
Mhm.
situation. I'm talking about like
Mhm.
not like the stuff you need to definitely get checked out before
Yeah.
you
Oh yeah.
mess around. But I'm talking about other conditions that they may have. People don't
Yeah.
want
They
to
gonna hide.
really talk about that because they feel it might scare you
Mhm.
away.
Yeah. I know what
Because um even in relationships, people that's been together a long time, sometimes folks stick by their partner through illness, and some don't, and I just
yeah.
be really shocked, like this is a time you're gonna
Because they didn't
abandon
like them
somebody.
because they didn't like them before. That's what
Yeah,
it
some
is.
people will
They
abandon
don't like
folks.
them before.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because I know somebody told me that the dad is sick and
Uh-huh.
her mom treat him bad. And I say, girl, you don't know what went on when they was younger. That's, you just don't. That's why I say people say, oh, girl, I've been married for 50 years. Okay, now tell me about them 50 years. It sounds great. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It sounds great. I know this lady was on Jennifer Hudson and she had been married, I've got 30 years for
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
And she asked her, well, how is the marriage? She's being married that long. She said, boring.
Mhm. What Carol said, I dated online but never found a relationship
Relationship
online.
online. Okay.
I can't watch
Okay.
that. Hold on.
Yep. I don't think they was doing that when I was coming along. In fact, I know we weren't doing that, the dating online. But I know, the younger people do it a lot. And I heard,
Hold on.
okay. And what I heard a young lady said was the dumbest thing I ever heard was she
Mm-hmm.
met this guy online and they'd been chit-chatting for a long time. And she said, I
Mm-hmm.
know he really cared for me because we haven't had sex. And I'm saying to myself, is he not having sex? Do you know if he not?
Well, come on now.
That's how that young brain, that's what I'm saying. They can get you what they
Yeah.
say, young and dumb, you
My
know.
cousin, who's like my brother, he told me a
Mhm.
long time ago, if they not doing it with you, they doing it with somebody
With
else. You better
somebody else.
believe.
Thank you. That
And he was a man. So
it ain't pretty. This ain't for the weak. Oh, she,
I had to get my coffee, y'all.
but oh yeah, you should have been drinking that. But yeah, but I know this is another thing though, peer runner. I hear a lot of people say that marriage is really hard. I hear a lot of people say it takes a lot of work. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that.
Mm-hmm.
But for my marriage, it's not. Now I'm gonna tell you,
Mm-hmm.
we ain't had no major issue, no another woman or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Usually arguments are from outside of something else or
Mm-hmm.
somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
people and family, whatever. That's usually just the arguments. But when you really care, it rolls you back in. I
Mm-hmm.
know everybody say about love, I love you, but love is really that caring.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, I know he thought he said something harsh to me and he came back and he was like, Betty, I'm not criticizing. You could see the look in his face. But just think after 30 years, you
Mm-hmm.
have that. But like Pirana said, that marriage is like a rubber band. You stretch it, it
Mm-hmm.
goes back. It should go back.
It should go
Go
back.
back.
And
Stretch.
I think with marriage, one of the and I'm going by my aunt and my
Mhm,
uncle.
mhm,
Um, to me, they when I think of like a beautiful relationship or the type of
mhm,
relationship I would want
mhm.
to have, I think about them.
Okay.
And it was just them. They didn't have
Mhm,
children.
mhm,
Um, but what was so important to both of them was
mhm.
the other one being happy.
Yeah.
They didn't, if the other one looked a little distressed, "Oh, what's wrong? How can I, help you? How
Yeah.
can I make this
That's that
better?"
caring.
That's
That's
how they were about each other.
mhm, mm,
And like you said, love, yeah, respect, consideration, you know,
mhm,
all those things they
mhm,
always had, for
mhm.
each other. And I think that's important. If you with somebody, you sitting there boo-hooing, they looking like you crying again or something like that, that ain't nobody you want to be with. You know, you want
Yeah.
somebody that want to see you happy
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the time. And that's how they were about each other.
Mhm, mhm. Yep. People don't tell you the truth online. When we decided to meet, he told me, I just wanted to tell you I don't have any legs. That's what happened, something like that to my sister. She wasn't online, but I forgot how he met, but he didn't tell her. I guess he had a limp. Oh my God. Now he should have told you that. I know oh my goodness.
Okay, Carol, how long had you guys talked?
Girl, but you're gonna see him from here up. Maybe
Hold
you
on.
need to tell him to stand up from now on. Oh my God. Pure Runner said, patience, patience.
He could have had his prosthetic leg on and stood up
Maybe he ain't had none. Prosthetic legs.
until you actually see it.
And that's why I say you just never know. And that's what scares me because,
My
I have
God.
to talk about my friends. Most of them, they own their homes. They have, they're well established. and then somebody comes in and you never know what that motive is. That's the only. So how long do you date?
Oh
Like
wow.
you
She
said.
said she talked to him about a month.
Hey, Carol, how
Hi,
you
Carol.
doing? You missed a whole lot, girl. You're gonna have to do the replay. Oh, Carol is my
No,
great
I have not
supporter.
tried that online dating at all. At
Uh-huh.
all.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, shoot, it's hard enough meeting these folks in person.
That's why I hope my husband live for give me some years, God. Always
Yeah, just keep taking good care of him.
give
He'll
me
be
some
all right.
years. But and I would if something happened to me, I would expect him, to find somebody to vice versa. A lot of people,
Mhm.
yeah, you better not you ain't gonna know what he doing anyway
I
when you date.
know.
That's crazy.
No, that's selfish.
Yeah.
That's
But I
selfish.
don't think
Come
I would
on.
ever get married again. I would have definitely companionship, but nah, we good.
Mhm.
We good. We are good. But that time went by so fast. 30 years is like, I just can't believe that, we've been together that long
That's
and
great.
to date as long. Because I know somebody said when they found out how long we date, tell me, y'all ain't gonna never get married. And a lot of times too, people can put up, I say if it's a short span, they can
Mhm.
hide a lot of stuff.
Mhm. But
And
10 years, you already knew
yeah, but the only thing
everything.
we hadn't stayed together.
Mhm.
We hadn't stayed together. So it wasn't hard though to merge together though. It really was. And we were doing remodeling on the house.
Mhm.
So, honey, if you stick through a marriage to a remodel, you good.
Hey,
You you are you
yeah,
are
that's something. I'm telling you.
you are good. So, but yeah, that's all, I could really think about that. It's just we go through so many changes. And like I say, people could be married 50 years and still get divorced. I know that happened with my mom's friend. And she left the house, and my mom said, "You gonna leave the house?" She said, "You can't get in the other room and go to sleep."
But you know what, Betty? Like this conversation, I would like
Uh-huh.
to hear the male's perspective. I
Yeah.
really, really would.
Yeah.
I would
It'll take
like
a
to hear that.
strong man to come up here and do that. Any man out
Where
there,
warm strong at?
more strong. I don't know if he'll come.
Yes, he would. Come on up
I
here.
don't
Where
know.
he at?
I don't know. He not in here today. But
Uh,
I don't know, girl.
I
I've
think he
heard.
would. I think
Uh-huh.
Armstrong will be open to it's just a discussion. We just chit chat.
Hey, Planet Mimi, you ever did online dating? She fairly young. She is fairly young, but yeah, and that's what I said. A lot of my friends that's in their 60s, they still want to get married, especially the ones that have never been married before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They want to get married. And sometimes, and I always, whenever I talk about it, I always say, okay, I know I got somebody before I even, go into different things of, about just I don't know. I can't get married. If something happened, I can't.
Mm-hmm. Has
I,
anybody else here done online dating besides Carol?
Planet Mimi, she said she did it for a hot second. Did you meet anybody, girl? They got the Christian, and then they got the Christian site. How you know he Christian? How you know he Christian,
I
y'all?
don't
I
know.
want to know that. The Christian website.
You will soon find out, I guess.
Oh, and then they had years ago where a lot of black people used to meet. I can't remember of it. Black.
Black something.
Yeah.
Black Planet, something like that.
Felicia, how you doing? Yeah, it's like, but yeah, we all want somebody. That's just built inside of us.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I think people romanticize marriage too much. Well, they, I ain't gonna say too much, but they romanticize it, and that's why I think they let those red flags pass by.
Well, I always said was I wanted my soulmate, and I figured, when you meet that soulmate, y'all click.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been fooled a
Yeah,
couple. I'm
yeah,
gonna say a couple of times.
yeah.
I've been fooled thinking like this my soulmate, but like you said, after time, and it wasn't quick, right? After
Yeah,
some
time.
years, I realized we're not on
Mhm,
the same page,
mhm,
you know, and
mhm,
I don't want nobody to, have all the same interests and everything that I have, but just be on the same page as a
mhm,
couple and
mhm,
moving forward. That's important to me. I want somebody that's, wants to do things and achieve things. So
mhm,
that's what I want.
mhm. Yeah,
So, but I always say soulmate, you
yeah.
know,
Hey,
and then
Lisette.
if
Yeah.
I get married, that'd
Uh-huh.
be good too.
Mhm. Yeah. And then even if y'all don't like doing the same thing, like a lot of stuff me and my husband don't like doing,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
you need to give that other person the freedom to
Hmm.
do it.
Cause I need my freedom. I
Yeah.
need my freedom to do little things,
Mhm.
that I like to do.
Mhm.
Cause I, not since the pandemic. I'm kind of just really just getting back out. But
Mhm.
before then, I used to sign up for all kind of classes,
Mhm.
Zumba, flag class, African dance. I used to do all that. I used to do all that stuff.
I just
I haven't
noticed
done
Trish ain't got no
anything.
name. Oh yes, it is. It's updating it. Yeah.
What?
It's updated. I'm trying to let me pull it back.
So I do my own thing, and
Mhm.
I'm not a person with that smothers somebody, right? That
Okay.
nah,
Okay.
because
Okay.
I don't want you to smother me.
Yeah. I think to me the sad part, people been in marriages for a long time, and I mean 20 years or more,
Uh-huh.
and they're very unhappy. But now they've gotten older, and so it's that comfort zone that I'm too old to you. It's never too late, y'all.
And
It's
it's
never too
settled,
late.
settled.
Yeah,
It's settled.
you're settling, and
Hmm.
it's never too late. But I think the sad part, and somebody told me when I got my first, just a little bit before my first divorce, and he had been married a long time, and he said it's so sad that you haven't really felt real love yet. And I really didn't know what he really meant. But
Hmm.
now I know. You know, you would hear people say, I love that person more than when I first met him. And
Hmm.
that's my husband. If you get, I never thought that I would say that about somebody. Oh yeah, I get mad. I want to ring. I know he be, you know, and sometimes when he leave the house, because we're home with each other all the time for
Hmm.
years, so it's just normal for. But sometimes he'll leave, say if he go with his kids or something, girl, I'd be like dancing through the house. I be like, ah,
Yeah,
Colin,
because we all need that little me time.
yeah, Colin, what we
Whether
gonna
you in
do?
a
What we gonna,
relationship or not, you
yeah,
need
what we
your
gonna
time.
eat?
Yeah.
It's like freedom.
Mhm.
And that's what I like. I really like to be open with, people about, the marriage or whatever. But yeah, I
Mhm.
want everybody. I just wish everybody, even my sons, I have told them, if you
Mhm.
not happy, don't stay there.
Yeah.
You know?
Life's too
Uh,
short.
yeah, yeah. And I can't say in Australia, my son's second wife, he's been with her a long time. And you can
Mhm.
see the caring is there, even though they got
Good.
all them chilling. But they work together too. And that's
Okay.
another thing too. They show that most divorces is about money.
Hmm.
Yep, they say that's the major issues about money.
Money.
And I yep, and I just think a lot of times what works for us is you have your account, his account, and then the joint account.
Hmm.
You have your own money, so you ain't got to go over and say I'm getting this or that, because some people pool all their monies together, and if that works for them, that works for them. But I just think that sometimes it's nice to have your own little money, and when you see them $100 pair of shoes, you can get them. Oh, hey, Fat Loss, how you
Hey,
doing?
fellas.
I'm so happy you in, girl. We talking about these relationships, single, married,
Hmm.
divorced, all of them. All of them. That was another thing too. After I got divorced, I said my first divorce, I said I was not going to get remarried again until I was darn sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I got divorced in 79. Some of y'all wasn't even born. 79. And I didn't get remarried to 2001. 2001. And he had been divorced for a long time too. So,
Hmm.
that made it the Fat Loss story between travels of Ethel. Yeah, I miss her, Leanne. I miss her. Oh, is this Leanne? This Leanne. Oh my God. Leanne is, oh my God.
What is it now?
Leanne, the Fat Loss story. Because
Oh, that's Leanne.
yeah, from,
Oh, hey. Hey,
yeah,
Leanne.
girl, I miss you. You got to get on my live. I miss you so much. You could have been up here talking about living with somebody. Okay.
How is that? You
I
know,
want to go to the UK. Oh my God. Ah,
you got quite a few UK folks over in here.
yeah, the UK. And I love British dramas. I've been looking at Midsummer's SOMERS Murders
Hmm.
UK. I love UK stuff. I
Yeah,
like
they have
Korean.
some great shows. Really
I
good.
know.
Very good acting and
I
everything. Yeah.
know. And then they had a UK with girl, I've been watching that too. Jekyll and Hyde. They only got one
Oh.
season of that. Oh, you got to say, that ain't for me. But girl, I watch everything. I watch everything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Told you, didn't I? Told you, didn't I?
Aw.
Told you.
They having a little spat.
A little spat. I told you. But you know what I say? You stay with the same thing. Leanne's still young. She's
Yeah.
real young and cute and whatever. But we already said pretty don't, they don't do it all. But when you hold on, and this is what I was telling one young lady, like she wanted to let her boyfriend go, but it's like she couldn't. And I told her, if you keep holding on, nothing new can come in. How
Mm-hmm.
anything new gonna come in? And she kept holding on. He had done cheated on her so many times, and she ended up marrying him.
Wow. He gonna
End up
keep
in now,
cheating too.
yeah. But I told her I don't want to talk about it because that's your husband now. I don't want to talk about- That's your. Oh, what's she saying? We are here, got drunk, and was sick everywhere. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Leanne,
Feel better.
young. Girl, where you at?
You are young.
Yeah, you just, girl, 35, you in your prime. Up to about over 50. I don't know how people get this. In my 40s, girl. Ooh, girl. Y'all see how I be doing. 35, 30. Girl, that was a good time. I'm glad I dated
Hey,
a long time too.
was kicking it.
Because they say the best time you're going to have is when you're that dating phase. Because girl, we had a good time dating. I wish I could talk about all the good stuff on him, but they won't pay me for this. they won't they won't pay me for it. So yeah, she keep talking about she not. Not young. Yeah, Leanda left us for a little bit, but she coming back. She works a lot and yeah, and then
Hmm.
she has how the girls doing? And how is the baby girl doing with the boyfriend? She got a there's another thing, parents too, is her daughter's going with this guy she really don't like. And
Hmm.
I told her the best thing you could do is like her, like him, because they'll end up breaking up anyway. Because if you show that you really don't like them, they'll
They'll never go away.
they'll never go away. They'll never. She gonna hang on, or he gonna hang on to that
Hmm.
person for their dear life if that
Hmm.
parent, you know, don't really like them. Oh, she said she cut off. She say both are good. Boyfriend, yeah, I told you that man ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Yeah, but that's one thing. Shoot, my son fell in love with a pregnant girl, pregnant by somebody else.
Hmm.
I didn't put up a stink. And then before she had the baby, she went back to the baby dad. He was like, Mama, she used me. I was like, praise the Lord. I was like, baby, she didn't
You
use you.
dodged the bullet.
Yeah. Thank you, Lisette. I miss you so much. Well, tell us a little bit about your channel before we get out of here. Um, Tell me a little bit about your channel. Oop, can she hear me? Hello. Uh-oh.
Lisette, are you still there?
What happened? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. I don't think she could hear me.
Oh, said coming back when the time is right.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Okay, what I was asking, what was your tell us about your channel?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
thought you was talking to Lisette. That's why I said Lisette.
I know that's what it was.
Um, well, my channel, Trish the Natural. On my channel, I talk about natural hair, having healthy hair, styling hair, adding things to the hair like wigs and using different tools, to manage your hair. Everything about natural hair. And then I talk about some other things. I do some hauls. Like I did a jewelry haul not too long ago. I get beauty boxes. I do those sometimes. And I plan on evolving into some other things,
Mhm.
maybe a little wellness,
Mhm.
lifestyle. But for right now, it's mostly focused on hair and beauty, stuff like that.
Okay. And really your channel is a trending channel because I look at the trending stuff
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
what you do is trending. Okay, let's say she probably gone by now. But yeah, and I tell you, how many subs do you have now, you think?
Uh, I got 750 something. I think yeah,
Yeah,
750.
and
So
that's
it's
all.
inching on up there, inch by inch
Yep,
by inch.
yep, all
I'm on that
organic.
road.
Yeah, all organically. And once she gets that 1,000, we get them watch hours, and then we get her monetized. Yeah. And how is school going?
It's going good. It's going good.
Oh,
Learning a lot.
cosmetology. I'm sorry, y'all. Cosmetology. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, guys. I'm going to school for cosmetology, and the program is really to be like a master stylist.
Okay.
So you learn about everything,
Mm-hmm.
and not only hair, like
Mm-hmm.
doing hair, hair color, hair
Mm-hmm.
health.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna go into being an esthetician, nails, massage, everything. And one of my main reasons for pursuing it was to, just to gain more knowledge. I got a hair channel
Yeah.
and gain more knowledge about hair. And I've always been that way about anything that I pursue. I want to,
Okay.
gain as much knowledge as
Okay.
possible.
Okay.
So that's where it started. But it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can take it, in several different directions depending
Yeah.
on what I want to do with it.
Mhm.
But right now, it is fun. It's therapeutic.
Yeah.
Oh, and another part of the program is formulating products. That's something I
Mhm.
really like. I really like because it's this room, full of all these different ingredients
Mhm.
aromas and fragrances. It's almost like therapeutic. I really like that part of it too. So
Mhm.
it's a great program.
Okay.
It's a small group. It's not like a
Mhm.
huge classroom. It's
Okay.
like four of us and an instructor. So it's really, really like hands on and getting, all her. And our instructor has 40 years
Mhm.
in the beauty
Okay.
industry. But she
Okay.
started really young. She started really
Okay.
young.
Okay.
And so, it's kind of like, making new friends and it's kind
Mhm.
of getting me out too, because like I
Mhm.
said, since the pandemic, I kind of been like a hermit.
I
So it's just
know.
a step to get me out
Yeah.
of the house. I'm
Yeah.
working on that. I'm working on getting more
Yeah. And I think,
social again.
and that's why I say I still talk about that,
Hmm.
that it has affected
Yeah.
every last one of us until now. We going on 3 years.
Yeah.
So it really, especially with, me moving, because before,
Hmm.
girl, I was
Yeah.
at the gym 4 days a week.
I was doing my
Now,
Zoom.
now,
I was Zumba queen.
uh-huh. So we got the Zumba on back. But yeah, but I've been doing great. We're gonna talk about that on Monday on intermittent fasting. Is going
Hmm.
4 week going on yeah, this would be the fourth week on Monday, then going into the fifth week. So
Hmm.
I'm back. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. I say I want to show people that it can be done.
Hmm.
Still eating the food you eat. Hey, Embark Nation, Jennifer, welcome.
Mhm,
You could still, we're talking about intermittent fasting. You can
mhm.
still eat the food. I think you said what you do, the 12 to 8. Is that what you? Oh, who was I talking to? Maybe I wasn't talking to you.
I do the 16/8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
So
do the
when do you
16.
open your window though to start eating?
Usually around 12,
Okay.
1 at the
Okay.
latest, something like that. It
Okay.
just, how it is. Sometimes it depends.
Mhm.
And even if, I'm doing something, I can't, start, I
Mhm.
always keep it in mind, right?
Mhm.
My window, when I need to,
Yeah.
end
Yeah.
it. And because I've been doing a lot more research
Mhm.
on it, on
Yeah.
those windows and
Mhm.
things like that to see when is like the good times,
Wow.
where you can
Yeah.
get the most benefit
Yeah. Yeah.
from it. So I'm just beginning it again, like you. I don't
Mhm.
have quite a month in, but I
Um,
am already noticing some things. Other people
yeah.
have said they noticed,
Mhm.
some things,
Yeah.
about me, and it's
Mhm.
it's not just about losing weight. It's
Mhm.
about healing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Giving your body the
Yeah.
opportunity to
Yeah.
heal itself,
Mhm.
because
'Cause it's not digesting food all
Mhm.
the time. Thank you, chat, for being here. I am so honored. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And and if you're in the chat, and really if you wanna, thinking about the weight and you still want to eat what you eat, I'm not saying you can eat big, big portions, but you can
Mhm.
still, there is a way, y'all, to
Mhm.
eat, you know, and it's not a diet. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you,
Mhm.
intermittent fasting, talk to your doctor first. I have to make sure I say that. But
Yeah.
intermittent fasting is what kept the weight off, I would say 6 years until the pandemic. Then I started back inching back, but thank God I kept to, I don't eat till 3 o'clock. But when I started inching out was when time to close my window was 8 o'clock, and I just
Mm.
kept going, is what
Yeah.
it was. But if I wouldn't have kept at 3 o'clock, it would have been worse. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So me and my son, everybody go, woo, but a lot of people's read up on the intermittent fasting.
Mhm.
And now me, my son, and his girlfriend, we're doing 3 to 7, where we'll open our window at 3 to eat, then
Mhm.
close it at 7 is what we do.
Mhm.
So it's 4 hours. Is what we do. And I talk to my, the doctor, if your diet is really good, and then I take supplements and stuff. So I
Hmm.
mean, it works. I just like the idea. It's a lifestyle. Is what I like, and it works. And I want to
Yep.
show y'all it works.
Ooh.
But it don't work fast. It don't really work like fast where the weight just drop off you like that 10 or 15 pounds a week. But okay, y'all know that I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and thank you so much, Trish. You got anything else to say before we leave, Trish?
No, I appreciate coming up. And Leanne, thank you for
Yeah.
checking out my channel. I appreciate that.
Oh, I tell you, and she gonna be back with me on Monday, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'll be back, and you guys come on back. Share out this live for Betty. Make sure you thumbs up.
Thumbs
Really
up.
appreciate that.
Yep. And I have Trish. Her channel is pinned up to the top. So please stop by and show her some love. Leanne, what is 3.5 stones?
What
I'll
does
look
that
it up.
equate to?
Yeah. How many pounds is that? 3.5 stones. And still plotting. She said in 13 weeks. I am great because we talked about it some weeks ago. And I'm just happy, 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 still plotting. I knew she's saying slowly going, but we can look it up and see what it is. Yeah, I'll look it up and see. But don't you touch anything, Miss Trish.
Yep.
But everybody, thank you. I will be back Monday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And
Mhm.
thank you so much. And come back again, and I will see y'all. Bye. And again,
Bye.
thanks, Trish.
All right.
Oh.